episode is important for you to watch. It is most important for you to watch if you are even an aspirant in your lower level, or you have interest in knowing about what FUNAP politics entails. What are the guidelines, what are the tips that you need to achieve your aspiration? Because on this episode, I have someone with me who is not just only a student, but one of the political backbone of FUNAP campus politics. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Last Days in Uni. I am Abdulhamid Alabi Adeyemo, an exceptional masterpiece of alcoholic. Today's episode is a special one and a unique one, not because only of the conversation we'll be having on this show, but because we are shooting this for the second time. The first time we shot, we had issues, we had glitch with our audio, and we are shooting it on another day. Now, let's begin properly. Our guest on today's episode is someone I can say is the most hated student leaders by majority of other student leaders on campus. However, this is not due to anything, but because he always stand against what he believes is injustice and unfairness. Additionally, he is someone who does not mix friendship with leadership duties or leadership roles. If you are his friend, that doesn't mean he won't hold you accountable if you are in the wrong. And of course, you can testify to that based on what happened in the unionism this session. Who am I talking about? Meet my guest on today's episode, ADEDOKUN ABDULBAQIY, popularly known as Undisputed Makanaki, the speaker of NHR, NHR. Makanaki,
Thank you, Maura.
thank you so much for coming again.
But I'd love to introduce myself.
All right.
So I am right
Yaluta.
ADEDOKUN ABDULBAQIY. Not just Alita, just the official teacher.
Okay.
I am right honorable ADEDOKUN ABDULBAQIY, the speaker, NAS House of Representatives, NHR, 13th Assembly.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Let's there was a way you introduce yourself
The other time.
or based on Ilialisabi.
Okay. Let me take it there. So I am right honorable ADEDOKUN ABDULBAQIY, speaker, NAS House of Representatives, 13th Assembly, popularly or politically known as Makanaki. Freddy the speaker, those that can do IDX.
Yeah, Freddy the speaker.
Funny thing is that today is the end of the Freddy the speaker. Although Freddy the speaker can still remain, but then I'll be XY Feder. Because another Feder will be coordinated today.
Let's even start from that. What is that? Freddy the speaker, FY Feder, FYX.
XY, okay. Freddy the speaker is, I'm the Feder of this Ilianishabi.
Feder like a year.
I will not go deeper. I'm the Feder of this Ilia.
I want you to try to bring it down to some of
that's
us
why
to
I said
understand.
for those that can do IDX.
Okay, for those that can decode, me I cannot do IDX.
Those that can do IDX.
Okay, you understand?
Yeah. So I'm the Feder of this Ilia, and a new Feder will be coordinated. Then I will be XY Feder, just like X speaker.
X speaker, okay, yes, why Feder, you're welcome, sir.
Thank you, my brother.
Let's even also take a bit conversation on the Ilialisabi everything, Kegite everything.
Alright.
For people who are not aware of what Kegite Ilialisabi is about, just briefly tell us what Kegite is.
Ilianishabi is a branch under the Kegites, under the Ogun Hemisphere, and Ogun Hemisphere is under the Kegite International. So it's just a sociocultural prop that promotes culture and unity. So our motto is unity in diversity, regardless of your ethnics, your religion, your this thing. You're welcome. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm a member. So even places where they use certain things, they will exempt you. They use water instead, since they know that you don't. So and we are now even in any way violent. We are very disciplined, very, very. We are more than the normal setting itself. So that's it.
All right. Undisputed Makanaki, as a nickname. How do you come about that nickname? Do you like the personality of Makanaki, who is a Nollywood actor? Was that the idea behind it, or how do you come
It
about
was not even the Nollywood actor is not even in any way the inspiration behind the name. So right from time it's I had several nicknames. But let's say recently, started from Undisputed when I was in college. Undisputed is just like someone that like is being accepted by not by all, but then you will know that
Majority.
what he's saying is
It's
right. If you
right.
don't collect over what they talk are true, if you don't accept, but then you can't defeat that fact. So then after some, physical this thing start coming on, the Makanaki came from people around that more they don't want that undisputed again. But me, I want that undisputed, so I have to mark it up. I think lately say I don't want that undisputed again. Now I want Makanaki. I think that is kind of it's brutal enough. My face is cool. So that name will show that brutality that I know there's something behind that face. Yeah.
All
I
right.
love that Makanaki.
But myself and a few other people, we so much have misconceptions about SSLM. And I remember my my guy here behind the camera, Abubakar,
Okay.
he always kind of enter people who are studying SSLM when we are in the see how much you guys are paying just to study soil iyepe. So what are the misconceptions you believe people have about SSLM that you really want to clear what people don't know about SSLM as a department?
I think the earlier when we did this part, I was not fully loaded. So now I think let me answer it clearly. But we have other people working on the engineering aspects. There are some people working on crude oil. I don't know their topic. There are practical issues on crude oil. They'll collect samples, analyze it, soils that would like how to know soil that has without digging deep. You just collect soil samples, testing those samples, you can detect what element it has, if it has crude oil, if it has other things. So we have people that are working on how should I say compaction of soil. Like if you taking a sample, you can determine if this soil is so compact that it can hold building or the capacity of building it can hold. We have people that work on several things related like that. So but personally my own is closer to agriculture. So how those microbial fungi, how they help and aid plant growth and other things. So but basically SSLM is not just on it's not just a this thing course. How should I say it? It comprises several aspects of life. Agriculture, construction, engineering and several. Crude oil, where should we classify crude oil? Should it natural resources, right?
Natural,
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
of
just say
course.
natural resources too. So we have people working on that. We have people working on how to like let's say this road is okay for this let's say this is a community. So this side is the best place for the road, like road, tar road.
Okay.
This side is the best place for farming. This side like how to plan community planning. Let's put it that way. So which you cannot exempt from real life. Because
Definitely.
exactly, so you can't build house where you're supposed to plant. You can't plant where you're supposed to build house. You can't plant tree where you're supposed to plant vegetables. So all those planning are very necessary. And for everything you want to do, be it engineering, construction, anything, you need to know the what's it called, the capacity of where you want to lay your foundation. That's where soil science is coming. So if you think we are not that important, remove our what's it called influence from FNAB that you are, then you see that they'll put your class inside Fadama, that waterlogged area. That's where you'll be having your name, wherever it is. Have you who do you think you are self? Oh,
Nice.
seriously. So in short, yeah, ASLM is one of the most important. And I said earlier that they were derived from what's it called? Engineering. So it was initially around among AB itself. I want to remember the union. It was clinical and social science. Yeah. Now AB is
Agricultural
agricultural
bioresources engineering
engineering. So social science part, I mean no social science, the environmental science part
of the
of
course.
the course was brought out. That was when we renamed it to soil science and land
So
management.
does that mean you are currently having some courses from college?
One of in 300 level, our major course, like departmental course, our personal course at SLM was WMA 4, I think 4-1 or 4-3.
That's from college.
That's from Kulem. In fact, there are some controversies that we are supposed to be in Kulem because we are environmental, this is not core agriculture like that. And there's another part that said we are supposed to be under AB, like there should be, when invest or other this thing. When they
Yes,
get
they
to
have
final year, they have several
various
fields. So we are
sections,
supposed to be in
anatomy,
AB just
then
under a field in final this thing. But I believe those that put us in Copeland, they want us to
exactly.
help you people like you, Sha. So
No
we
problem. I
yes.
agree. We want to help ourselves.
Yeah.
One of the things that will remain memorable, so to speak, to many Funabites this session is the Ulabalu we had in the political space of the students this session, and the majority of it, or the one that spike again the highest traction, was through someone you know, and that is the office of the vice president and the president on the issue. We didn't talk about it the last time because I thought we'll be having campus leader government review, but because of
Okay.
one thing or the other, we may not be able to have that. If you are willing to talk about it,
Of course, there's just not to
what's
talk about.
so what's beyond what people are saying, beyond everybody trying to justify themselves? Can you share what you know about that incident with us?
What I would say is this. Permit me to use my mother's tongue. Because if you see,
Mm.
so the way you handle it matters. We have three arms of government to avoid things like this. So, but when a certain arm is lacking in their duties, that is when that's what brings loops up for people like us to come in. Naturally, there's no point in me trying to get justice for the vice president if the system was
It's
right.
working, yes.
So, but when you start noticing some glitch, you have to speak up because one thing about democracy is this: if 70% of those that are there that will vote in something, if they are, I don't want to say same-minded, if they have collaborated and decide that whether right or wrong, this is what we are going, that's one of the advantage. There's nothing you can do. So under that same democracy too, we have the masses, which is I don't want to say the Congress. When they are considered official is when it's Congress. But the masses too has their voice. You cannot just ignore them. So people know what it is. Like, people know what is right and what is wrong. So they know when you are trying to sideline something. They know when you are trying to bury something. So me speaking up that time is just from the corner of me being myself, being backy, not because I'm a speaker or anything. When someone made a mistake, you are being confronted with it. Simple thing, I'm sorry, this was the explanation, and that's all. Or rather, I don't want to explain. Gbìyànjú tó bá wọ̀n ẹ́. Once you gbé débi tó bá wọ̀n ẹ́, they're supposed to do the right thing, right, as their duty. But once they decide not to do the right thing, and everyone obtain form for the office as individual, not as a political party, as a group. So we can always tell when it was not a protest, it wasn't even an agitation, it was just pointing that this is what is happening, this is what is supposed to be. And well, luckily we played the game in the way it is, and I won't say anybody won, but we were able to point out that there was an injustice. The system that was supposed to like do the right thing failed. The person in question did what he did, but they were able to like cover it one kind of politically now. You know, those in FGC will say that it is based on evidence.
Yes, that
not
was. It is court of law, not court. You say it's court of law, not court of justice.
so to say, because it's not based on emotion. It's based on what you can present and who is even presiding on what you want to present. Because if you tell me this is green, I'll tell you this is light green. If I say that what is this, you say green, I'll say no, it's not green.
Me, I can even say this is lemon.
God bless you. That is so. But if I'm the judge and I say this is green,
Yes,
your
that's
lemon
fine
is
now.
nullified.
That's
If you are the
fine
judge
now.
and you say this is lemon, my green is nullified. That's it. So
Before we come to the academic life or you as a student, so let's talk about you being the NAS speaker. Before one goes into office, there are some things that one will have the intention of doing, or what one expects. On getting to the office, the reality may be different. So what are some of your expectations versus the reality of being the speaker of the house, or of NHR, or as any executive body of the students' leadership as a whole?
I said something earlier in Yoruba that visibility shall see. So my expectation as an honorable before I became speaker was that we that were honorable then we are very agile, we are very confident, we are very, very outspoken. So, and I believe those that we serve together now they are my most senior kidda. We have most senior kidda, we have senior kidda, we have junior kidda. Junior kidda are those in newcomers are in 200 level serving. Senior kidda are those in 300 level that are served before. We have most senior kidda are those in 400 level, 500 level. I mean, they are served like twice, at least once. So my most senior kidda, I believe we should all be on the same page since we all know the system right from time. But it was not as it seems. So personal interest started coming in, and it was somehow. But I was able to achieve all my majority of all my goals. Sha. It has not happened before. In my what's it called inauguration program, we awarded our panelists and what's it called guest speakers. It has not happened before. In fact, the venues and the way we programmed it was as a very unique event, and it happened. We went on a trip to Ocean State of Assembly. I think the other people went to Ogun and Oyo State. But this thing, as I said that time, like it started from I don't know Ibrahim Soli, because the idea of having new innovation started from him. My own no, because it was when I served it first. So then we were not able to go. 11th assembly, we were able to like make some changes, but we were not able to still go. But 12th assembly, they went to two at once.
Okay.
That was a very massive win. So for us, we went to one Osun State House of Assembly, and it was massive. That was one of my plan. And also, we organized what's called a very grand breaking summit, executive summit. That was also massive. I was able to like cover most of my thing, and I've not awarded, but I will award my honorables a commendation letter to commend them that they all did well, and it can be added to their CV that I served this. It has the signature of the three deans and the different affairs, so it is not a small it is tangible distance. So I think I was able to achieve majority of it. Just some hindrances, sure, and I was able to like
During the early days of this session, when you were elected as the speaker, some people went to their social media and particularly WhatsApp status trying to say, but to the speaker, she will be able to do anything like this, and they are part of the NAS executive cabinet. At least I know two of them. I saw it on their status personally, like trying to kind of the speaker, with that preempted opinion of people already.
if I may ask, Shoma like say good thing or Shoma or
no, not like bad thing. Why not also good thing? They are like, this person is very strict.
okay.
The speaker is very strict.
No,
Will they be able to
wicked.
work together? Or
Just say
let's say
wicked.
wicked.
Okay.
So this person is very wicked.
Okay.
Will they be able to work together with this person? Considering that kind of situation where people already have preempted opinion of you, were you able to still manage them, the NHR now as separately? Because based on what you said and based on what you've done, that we all have seen, it's commendable. That shows that you're able to still bring a lot of people to work together. But when it comes to the executive cabinet now, how were you able to manage the situation?
Although most people have that notion that I'll be very wicked because I used to be. I'm not even wicked. I used to be strict when I was an honorable. But one funny thing is that one thing I realized later is the fact that you're the best man in that circle does not mean you are the best to lead. If I had seen someone that would have led the administration, then I might have let go. Because as an honorable, I'm telling you, I'll make more impact than I made as a speaker.
How?
Now, there are things that happened that as a speaker. Let me start from our in-house orientation. So one of our prominent leader came to orientate us with other people. Then he made a statement that Baki, I'm scared that you're becoming the speaker. Like, I'm scared that this thing will not escalate. Like, this association will remain by the end of your time. So it's very funny. And I took that word. You know, it's just an instance of someone that has two kids that have a father. Probably the father is a thief. Then one took up the role as a thief too, copying the father. While one said, I'll never be a thief because my father is a thief. You know that the first person became a thief because their father is a thief. The second person said, I'll not become a thief because my father is a thief. They both have the same role model, right? Yes. So from that word, I chose the positive part. And I made sure throughout my administration, I was calm and collected. If I tell you things that I go through, even you will not believe it. But I have to just accommodate that. What I want to achieve is the goal. And I bet you, I was able to achieve a lot on that aspect too. Let's start from the Souvenir. The house as a whole, led by me, like made research and decided on producing an alternative souvenir apart from book that will be giving people. And we were able to achieve it. We were trying to like see the best one, but the best one we can get. I don't know, people are not appreciate it. Yes, but at least it's an alternative compared to the regular book that everybody have. We had to buy baskets for the 200 level and 500 level. 200 level, 400 level, and 500 level basket for them. White bag, not just bag, quality bag for the 300 level going to 400 level FY. Then a very gigantic book, not the small book that they used to do, a very big one for 100 level. So we were able to achieve that through meditating with them, telling them this. Although there were some hindrances, but we tried to like settle it and make them understand why we want it. They thought we were imposing. We are not imposing. We are representing majority of these people. We at least we have 39, 41 honorables. Those FI two FI constituencies. We have 49, 41 honorables. Each 41 honorables are
41.
representing
How many from each
from each
department?
department three,
Three. Oh,
except FY that has two, 411.
okay, okay.
It's supposed to be 39. Then FY two making 41. So now each honorable are representing at least 100 students, at least 100 students. So if an honorable is saying something on front of the house, let's assume is 100 student that is speaking at once. So they know what is best for their distance. So we're able to convince the executive and led by a reasonable person too, because for you to achieve something, you have to agree. So and they came to this thing, we're able to achieve it. But other things that are coming in that I want to alter my own ego, I have to let go of it. Like personal feelings, I had to let go.
But
Totally.
rumors still have it that there are still so many of those baskets that you bought. They are still in NAS office that people have not come to collect it.
Yeah, that's
that
true.
many have not paid. Yeah, probably because they see that the souvenir will be baskets. What do you have to say about that?
Let me be political about this. Let me be diplomatic. You know, they are permitted to collect, so, what was it called? To collect, what was it called? The item. So I want to believe that those that have not collected are those that have not paid. They are nasty. So that's why. If you have paid, you have no reason not to collect it. You might have 10 baskets in your house. It's your right to collect down in the office and give your person, give anybody. And we even gave room for HOCs to come and collect in bulk. If HOC bring 1,000, what was it called? Receipts, it's going to collect 1,000 baskets or books regarding on your level. So I believe those that have not collected are those that have not paid.
Okay. So lastly is we still have enough conversation in the previous episode that we joined to it.
Okay.
So lastly, I want a clarification on this. You said 33 honorables from each
39
department.
honorables. Yeah, 33 honorables.
From three different. So is that including the speaker or the principal officer or the principal
Including
officer?
the principal officers.
Okay.
Including all of those. We are representative.
All right.
Straight. So number one, prioritize your primary assignment in Alabata. These academics. Then number two, just keep praying for a parent that you see or anybody that will sponsor you. Because one of the things that distract us most is money or lack of funds or lack of
Exactly.
So but then
we want to get to money.
as students, especially on a level 20 level, settle for I won't say settle for less, but then settle for things that will not distract you. If I say settle for less, I don't want to use that word. But settle for things that will not distract you. Then in another level, I did not want to stay in a single room. I don't want to share toilet or bedroom with anybody. I want to stay in a safe con. Although I stayed in a single room throughout my other level, but the goal of I don't want to stay here in 20 level make me start running for money instead of other things. Although I achieved it too, but then it cost me some things. So I got to a place that was kind of convenient, a safe con, and I was staying there. But then if I had settled for what I have, I would not be distracted that much not to read another thing. Then thirdly, I would say the circle that we are in, the friends. Might not be close friends, but the circle. You know, circle is kind of more bigger. If you are a core member of MSSN, that's your circle. You might not have close friends.
Yes, but you
But
have people around you.
that attribute to be among you. Your dressing, your reading habits, your religious habits, everything.
Yes.
In my college days, I was so active that in the Lagos area units, I am known, I'm prominent. Even for some things, I should be a member of Kauai Council of Higher Institution. So, but when I got to FENAP,
You lost
I was far. I didn't even lose interest. I intentionally moved farther because then in my college, my school mosque and the hostel was kind of closer. But yeah, my house, I was doing a camp, and the activity is going on in school mosque. Although I owe myself in madrasa in on a level, Masalam and Al Azim then, but then I could not cope. I had to just stop. So if I had stayed with that circle, with them mission, I would have kind of improved in every aspect. Religiously, academically, I would have improved a lot. In fact, in connection self, I would have improved a lot. So I think I've listed three of you. The third one is the, let's say, political aspect. Majority of us see politics as a distraction, whereas it's not a distraction. It's a distraction for those that do not know what they are doing, or those that are not even capable right from time. Politics is something that will drive you to want to have higher CGPA, higher result, higher things. Because as a political leader, you should be able to advise people that no.
Yes.
But you see people that are now kind of doing well and they are doing politics, they will say, can you talk? They lie. Politics will drive you to do well academically. Because the lecture now there was a time I went to there was this time that they didn't allow people that did not pay school fees on time to do tests or so. I can't remember very well. I think if they did not have, their name was not uploaded for CBT then,
Okay.
but they've not paid. So myself and then Sodium, he was the speaker, and Wale Extension is was the president of
President.
NAS. So we went to the dean or either Kolam or Kolam, I can't remember. So help us call them at ICT to plead on our behalf. The first question he asked was, have the three of us paid our school fees? We said yes. Have we prepared for the test we are having that day? We said yes. So imagine we've not prepared. The excuse will have been so is he prepared? We are not disturbed. That thing we went to fight for was not affecting us. We are prepared for the test. In fact, I did my test that day before going to that place. So if I had not prepared, if I have not done everything necessary as a student academically, I won't be. The man will have drove us out there.
Of course,
No, now
yes,
serious.
yours gan.
Whereas majority of those that were not serious, they cannot even go to that person because they know that it's going to ask them some questions that they will not be able to answer. So if you've not cater for yourself, you will not be able to cater for other people. So academically, you have to like be upright to fit in political space that you are going for.
And I think the political space now is getting, I don't want to say bombarded, but let me just use it with people of low grade because they keep, I believe they keep increasing the, reducing the grade requirement. Maybe because of, and it is generally actually students are academically they are getting low GPA generally.
I'll tell you, they did not reduce any.
It was one was 3.5 before. I cannot remember now, but I cannot remember that particular.
Probably
But now it's now about three. It's now 3.0.
right from time it was 2.6. In fact, it was 2.5 or 2.4 if I can remember. Right from time, still on another level. So later it was raised to 2.6, then 3.0. It was a bill that was passed in NAS. I don't know in SRA. That's in NRC then. It should be 3.5. Then when they were reviewing constitution, I was part of the review committee.
Okay.
But 3.5 was too. But it's not too high. But
Not
then
too
it's
high.
too high. Yeah, I thought it was not too high too because I was part of the review committee. But when reality hit on me myself, I know it was too high. Now look at it. We have people. If you're in 3.5 and above, your aim will ever be to get to 4.5. You will never settle for less. We all know that, right? So, but then if that is your primary decision, like if you are focusing on that, you will not want anything to distract you. So to cater for others will not even be in your list. It will not even be in your priority. I have people that are honorables or senators. They are in 4.5. Their goal is Kima Jakuru 4.5.
Exactly.
If you call them for any struggle, in fact, you don't even want to call them because some of them might want to kind of reluctantly follow you. But how will you feel if you are the reason why it's not even at that time? So being balancing everything is this thing. If you have people that are in 4.5, this thing, they'll easily succumb to whatever it is because they'll feel, "Oh, we cannot do this thing. We cannot." So they'll just. So I think 3.0 is still in medium. It's still fair. It's still fair enough to like as so it has not been lowered. In fact, it has been raised. So this thing has not been lowered.
Okay, I think that explains it. Now, I want to also talk about your project. You walk us through what your project is about. Then after that, I want to give a few word of advice to students who have aspirations on campus. So at any level, maybe at the departmental level, college level, NAS or FNAPS, to give them some political tips that you feel could help them. But before that one, let's talk about your project.
Project.
What is your final year research project about?
So now my own project topic is this: the effect of organic manure, amendment, and AMF. AMF is an organism
Okay.
on microbial biomass of inoculated soil. So now, in short, all those Oyinbo, in short, is that agriculture, planting, everything. There are some like microbes that aid this thing. So we study that. That's the microbiology part.
So I almost forget to ask this. Few weeks ago, something happened, and you posted it, and later you took it down. When I got to know that you took that post down, I was like, I know this is not Baggy that I know. So are you applying the rule of tí ẹ bá ti ń dàgbà yẹn mọ́ yóò jà ni or what
Well,
truly
actually, you know, I said something earlier that our primary assignment here is to graduate. So I chose being a student over activism. So I want to graduate. That's all I would say.
let's leave it there
That's
like
all.
that. I
That's all I'll
understand
say.
it. I've been in that position too.
So
I
that's all I'll
understand.
say.
That's so now the for students who have aspiration at any level at all, what are your political tips? What are the tips that you give them politically or guide for them?
The first political tip that I would give them is what you mentioned about maybe taking down my post. Is that do not do anything right from any level. Do not do anything that will project the image of your school badly. Like, do not do anything, because if, let's say, I'm a farm owner and I have a worker that has been doing certain things about agriculture, that have been saying negative things about agriculture. You know, if all of us in the agricultural sector already know this person, we are going to sideline that person
Definitely.
from our district, because if you're employing him, your belief is that àṣìṣe wa ló fẹ́ wá gbé jáde. So as a student, especially in lower level, if you think you are doing activism or you are trying to showcase the interest later in this thing, and you are putting out things, the things may be right, but you are putting it out. As far as you are trying to write something, you are wronging the name of your institution. That institution will put your name down. So they will know. So wherever you are getting, wherever this thing that you want to do later, they will not call you back there.
You did this, you did this.
And if you then you don't even have any power yet. If you now have power,
What are you now
you
going
do
to
more
do?
than that. But if you had used alternate this thing to solve that issue, they will see you as someone sensible. In fact, they'll be eager to like give you the full support to enter their firm or their this. So that's one. Decode it in wherever way you can decode it.
Get it.
So number two is that academically, because as time goes on, I'm telling you, they will kind of raise the requirements to 3.5.
I personally, I'm really hoping they raise it.
That's
to
because
3.5.
you've not been there. I said it earlier, I was part of the constitution review committee in 200 level. I was even eager to like, if I was, because I felt it could affect me now. I was even eager to do that. But when I got to the field, I see that there are more to it than that. But as time goes on, there will people, because the rate of, how should I say, I don't want to call it failure. The rate of nonchalantness towards academics is getting much.
and that's why I'm of the opinion that they should raise it, because it will push you. Because if just like you said, that politics will help you in your academic.
Fun
If you
fact.
have the intention that you feel
Majority of student leaders right now are around 3.5 above. Majority of student leaders. So is it those that are not really taking it serious? Are those that are doing other things outside probably
okay.
work or something? So those that will lead, that are willing to lead, are focusing on, they are taking it serious. But I just trying not to restrict it to certain things. That's why.
So you talk about the what you post, what people post,
Yeah.
and the results or CGPA.
Exactly. So another thing is let's explore. Let's explore. How should I explain it? Don't just box your idea to the four corner of Alabata. The fact that I've been into a school before make me do some things that they find, how should I say it? Should I say in green or special?
And
Excuse
of
me,
course,
please.
it is special.
So where I came from, unionism is done in another level, like a way higher level. Like we do it as if we are in the mainstream politics, like not just secondary school student politics. During my inaugural lecture, the first program we did as NHR members, I invited certain people and I gave certain topics. So people who were new to it, so they were like, "Why all this?" Exactly.
Necessary.
But then it is necessary. At the end of that program, I have honorable certifying that Mr. Speaker, thank you for doing this. Like I really learned a lot. Like I call people down from someone from Maiduguri, someone from Lagos, someone from Ijebu, someone as far from several places. Those people that I call, they understand the essence, so they are willing to come. But those that I was bringing them to might not understand. But as being the speaker, I was able to, and my exposure in my cabinet, like this majority of my cabinet had that exposure, it will have been more easier to execute. If you are the only one that is exposed, but if majority are exposed, they will buy the idea. So those things that I did, they were later people appreciate it. But at first, if I was not the speaker, I'll be able to do it.
Exactly,
I'll be able to
exactly,
do it.
because
And thank God, I should say this again. During 10th assembly, why I was kind of prominent is that the then speaker saw the potential in me that the exposure is really
it's there.
there. So, and he too, yeah, he's exposed some extent. So, he was willing to like work with me, like carry me along in
Let's do
everything.
this.
In fact, we did things that people have not. If I tell you that NAS, NHR, not even the executive body, like the legislative arm,
Yes.
like went out with the union boss at times to pay courtesy visits. Sometimes that was around 200 level. I don't remember that year.
2024, late
During the
2024.
chronology period,
Sorry, 200 level. That was late 2022.
during the chronology period, sha,
22.
we took the student on to some outing. We were able to collect like free fuel from filling station, not with violence. Oh. We told them we are so this. We went out for this, and the man was like, he was really intrigued, and he said, "No, I found money." We did like twice. We are not the union. You see, that's exposure. We are not even the student union president. We did not introduce ourselves as union president. Oh. We have ID cards that says NAS, Agri Student Representative. We have it. So that exposure gave us that leverage. Normally, we wouldn't have even tried it at all if we didn't have that exposure. But that exposure was there. We tried it. We wrote several companies to support those. Although it did not work finish, it did not work like totally. But we were able to like
Get some.
get the lay down. Now, the 11th assembly, we were able to like work on that lay down. This thing that the 10th assembly did. So it made their work easier. Fast forward to the 13th assembly that I'm leading now. So inaugural program was kind of interesting, really, really interesting.
Yes.
We had people, and for the first time, we award our guest speaker and panelists at the inaugural lecture. That has never happened. I can even say that in the history of NABU, either SRE, I don't know, I've not seen it, I don't know, but I mean, I've not seen it. I've not seen it. That inaugural this thing, they were awarded. No. I have not seen it. So fast forward to meet this thing. We went to the legislative trip at the Ocean Art of Assembly.
Yes. I seriously, I love that experience. When I saw the post, I was like, oh, I should be a part of this NHR because of that particular
I should have even carried a campus journalist along. So I was not kind of, it was impromptu. So if that exposure was not there right from time, I wouldn't have tried. And right from 10th assembly, 11th assembly work on it. This same outing, although it did not work for us, 12th assembly worked on it. It worked for them. They went to Osun State, and no, they went to Oyo State and Ogun State.
Oh, they went to Ogun State.
They went to 2 out of assembly.
I saw that.
So that this thing has been laid out since 10th assembly under Atanobu.
No, I see why most NHR people
NHR are always
sodium.
Exactly, because it's kind of the Abraham of our time. So where he laid down so many things that we're working on. And another thing that we should put in, that working with executives that are exposed to. My own invite to the House of Assembly after we submit our request came kind of urgent. Like the disbursement for that fund shouldn't have come, even though that the president understood that this thing is necessary. We can only use Agidi. If we did not withdraw it, we will forfeit this thing. And the bill will not be coming today. So working with someone that has that experience too gave me that leverage. So when we went to that place, it was so fun. We attended their sitting, we interact with their honorable. In fact, we interacted like we've met before, and that was the first time meeting them. They gave us the ground. We were speaking Yoruba self. We were conversing like we've had a prior this thing before, whereas that was the first time. Like 4 honorables. They asked about this thing, how we are doing, how is politics. They even told us some things about politics of Osun State then. That is now happening. They told us since then that is now happening now. So that exposure gave us that leverage to think of going. Normally, naturally, we think it possible. But because we've seen it, we've seen people that do it, we know it's possible. We tried it and it worked. Funny enough, there are more things that I plan to try. I sent it out to the air chamber, like Senate in Nigeria. I sent to the Green Chamber as of representative. I sent there. Not that I could not go, but I'm looking at the cost and safety. We had the option of going by road or by air. By air is more expensive. Per person at then it was 120k per person. Just to
20k.
120. Just to alone for per person. But by road it was risky. I could not take that risk. So that if not, we'll have gone. It wouldn't have stopped at Osun State Assembly. We'll have gone to the national.
And I think the exposure is almost on all the organization, because as you need to, I'm a core member of MSN. So and all of these are to say there are things that ordinarily I also would believe that students ni wa na ní lè ṣe nǹkan báyìí, but because of that kind of exposure in
Exposure.
that circle we do them and then oh so this thing is possible,
possible.
and nothing is impossible.
Funny enough, let me tell you to those that will be coming, there are ways you can get sponsors that will even be more, that will ease your affair. Now I thought of something. I already, like, it was kind of late before I could figure it out, because I was thinking, how do I do this? Now for our summit, we did Jota and pen.
Okay.
So I wish I had listened to Onward. Onward is a printing press company.
But yes, that book, that notebook.
If I had listened to them or meet them in person, that this is our plan, we are going to pay, might be subsidized amount, but it will be more of good quality. In fact, they might even cover the old system. So in case for further this thing, there are companies they can write to. Once they see that you're not requesting for money, they are requesting for item, and the item is even obvious, and you want to distribute it, they will be willing to. In fact,
Give them publicity too.
publicity, and aside from publicity, it shows that they are committed to support learning.
Because those organizations do they have what we call corporate social responsibility.
Exactly.
So
That means they are
have to
taking their
offset some of their gain.
They are exactly. So they are giving back to the community. They legally do it. Then we wrote to several banks. Although there was no this thing, there was no response. But at least we tried. If the next admission will be writing, it will be a more forward way. Because I think I met with some manager. Exactly, and I went to some manager that next time and disappointing. And let me say this again. Most people, I would say categorically, most leaders does not know that there is something that they call corporate amper pack. I don't know if you know that too.
I don't. I only know of corporate social responsibility.
No, corporate amper pack. Amper.
Okay. What is it about?
Let's say, for instance, for our summit now, we brought, okay, a certain representative. We brought Honorable Minister. That's his nickname. Honorable Eshaya.
It was represented.
Elisha. It was represented. So now, we thought it was coming. It was on that day that we discovered that I was sending someone. And we brought some other people. So we already prepared. We do not have money to give them for their, what was it called, miscellaneous or other things. We do not have accommodation to keep them in or any place to make them rest. But we thought, how can we compensate them? At an agricultural university, we have products that we do. So instead of buying those products, we wrote to the vice chancellor. So out of his own magnanimity, he gave us some products to give to them. It was packed in a corporate basket. Gary was there, palm wine, every product of FUNAB was in that pack. That was they were given to the external guests. So they will appreciate that so much that
yes.
Wow. So FUNAB, it's an advert of FUNAB. It is relief of stress from our side. They will appreciate it from their side too. Most students that do not know this, that you can write to the VC to request for corporate amper pack.
Corporate amper pack.
So there are many things that you need to like learn from. The exposure will bring all those things. And I did not know this until I started with sodium too. In fact, if you have a chance, I would advise you to like get in touch with him. I think he has a lot to give out to this coming people. The man is so embedded with a lot.
We work on that, so and see how
I never knew there was amper pack. It was during this time that I get to know that amper pack was. And since then, that's been easing our affair. Because apart from award, the award they'll just hang it in their office. They have several awards.
Yeah, of course.
They have several awards. The award is not freaking them. But the products are so
exactly, and it will be special to them.
Very special. Imagine FUNAB Gary. FUNAB will put enough meaning. It's very useful. So that exposure will give us a lot of things. There are many things that I cannot even remember at the moment. Like several things. Another thing is the choice of venue. Now I was planning to use a different venue before, but because I was working with people that are exposed, that their planner and their this thing was top notch. They were like, no, why not use this thing? Why not request for this? Should I say this or not? We used a place. I requested for a higher place. I know that they won't give us the higher place, but that was not my aim.
Yeah, exactly. So I get this. I get the
psychology. Now the person that gave me that idea was this guy. Am I free to mention him?
Of course you can.
His name
Akib
Rahman. So he did MC for he moderated my inaugural lecture. So and he did the summit too. So during the summit, I was looking at the three or other places. It was like for summit, why not consider a more corporate? So when you mentioned corporate, I was like during sodium time, we did not use that in chamber because number one, it was the only this thing available then. And it was exclusively for staff. And he want to do a 10th anniversary, so we need a place that will comprises a lot of people. That was why I use Nokia cap then. So after then, we 11th assembly, we use PGL.
PGL.
PGL is corporate too,
Yes,
very
corporate,
corporate.
corporate.
But then I'm looking at somewhere that is more.
That's new.
So I remember that the 11th, the third assembly used red chamber, and I thought of it that if I should request for red chamber, they might just drop into PGL. So when I request for
Green chamber.
red chamber
Green
was
chamber was the highest.
highest, exactly.
Is the highest rather. So you requested for red
For red
chamber.
chamber.
So they give you green.
Sorry. So that's how we got about. If that idea did not come down, why not find somewhere more corporate? I wouldn't have thought of. My intention was the capacity of the hall and the audience we are expecting. I was not, if not, I would have thought of that, but I was not really thinking of that. But working with people that are experienced, it's not just me now.
Of course, yes.
People that now we are able to like give ourselves the hints on necessary things to do. So simple things like that. I just work with people that are well exposed and kind of give yourself the exposure. Connect with people in several schools. Right now, I have several people's number, speakers of other schools. We might not meet physically, but we know
You
that
have the connection.
this thing.
Yes,
So
that was-
once we have other speakers from right itself, OU, Abi, Olabafemi, OU, that were following my summit. They have not been to FNAP before, but we met and they were like, I have to follow this up. And I even think there are some colleges now that are kind of looking forward to having their summits. So now,
Yes. That's,
I think Kolem had their first summit. Is it first? Kolem, sir? They had their first summit yesterday. No, on before yesterday.
Wednesday.
Their speaker was the first listen to organize parliamentary summit.
Wow.
So and that was influence of working with people that are exposed. Yeah.
Thank you so
I think I
much.
mentioned 4 out of 5. I think
Yes, that has been a power part. And I will actually advise you move back a little or backtrack the video to start from the beginning and listen to those advice again. Before we finally close it, you mentioned something in the course of you giving the tips and guidelines that I really want you to speak more about. You said something that about finance disbursing or the president withdrawing the money or giving out the money.
okay.
But the belief is that the NHL, the legislative arm, are the one who will approve the budget.
You see, when you want to administrate, you see more to what people are saying. Like you see, how should I say it? From the outside,
Yes,
Ubabara,
it looks
our
different
speaker
from
lower,
what
right?
okay.
But my signature at the side of daddy.
It's president,
or president
said,
lower.
and
So
definitely.
it might just say he's sick or he's not available. He might just travel. It's the principal signature now.
Yes.
If you travel, I'll just keep using Agidi. And our station, if you use your personal money to fund our station program, you are gone. You are gone for it. That's just it. So you need to be cooperative. If you do not understand that this is important, if it's not exposed to that extent, it will not approve. You just find other ways to do it. So we need that. It's very important. And even if you want to use autonomy, because there are ways to like override it. But then did he what? If I had fought him over that one, then we won't be able to go to that program. It will spoil our relationship. Several things will have spoiled. So I think it's just best to be on the same page, cooperate with each other, and that's all.
Thank you so much for coming. And I want to congratulate you on your summit. It was really an amazing.
Thank you, and I should thank
even though we could not work together. But we still get to talk more about
I should
that
thank
in the campus.
the fabulous Funabite and NAS Populists that came around to, at least if people did not come, there won't be a successful program.
Exactly.
I'm like, thank you for coming. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for coming. Thank you so much, Makanaki. So I really do appreciate this. Thank you so much for coming once again.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I think I dressed better this time around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do for those that can divide the S, do it for them again.
Okay. Let me do it properly now.
Properly, yes.
Properly. So now,
for those of them,
sitting before you or in your view is Right Honorable ADEDOKUN ABDULBAQIY at DDG, popularly known as Undisputed Makanaki. Fedi the speaker for that can divide the X, the powerful honorable representing soil science and land management constituency. Mind you, I'm representing both the good and bad people of soil science and land management.
so you are saying the people of SSLM, they are bad. The students, they are bad.
Let me ask you a question.
No. You are saying that they are bad. They are bad. The students are bad.
Can I ask you a question?
You are saying the students, they are bad.
Why do you have this?
Why are you
Why do
trying
you
to
have the
avoid
student
it?
disciplinary committee?
Why are you trying to avoid it?
Is the management saying we have are the management
Why are you trying
are
to
the
avoid
management
it?
admitting bad students?
When your parents want to correct you at home, this they say my discipline. So that is not saying they are bad. It's
So,
just that you
does
are
your
wrong.
parent discipline you when you are not wrong?
But your wrong is different from bad. So are you now saying that the students of SSLM 100 level, 200 level, 300 level, 400 level, 500 level, that most of them are bad?
Okay, let's take it higher. Let's take it beyond for now. So
Don't let us go. We are this is
Allah
Fubab
subhanahu wa ta'ala
hemisphere.
created
Oh yeah.
Al-Jannah and
Let me
Hellfire.
tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ náà jẹ́ kí n dálé.
And Hellfire. So, Universal Ojwell.
Makanaki!
Makanaki.
Nice one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. This is Classes in Uni, and I am Abdulhamid Alabi Adeyemo. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Bye.